Hello, everyone. Honestly, in Nigeria, the more things change, the more they remain the same. And instead of things to be getting better, it seems as if whether they are worsening, one doesn't even know. Almost 12 years ago, later this year to be 12 years, that, 276 schoolgirls were abducted in Nigeria, in northeast Nigeria, Borno State. The first thing that came out, first of all, there was denial. We had the military came out to say they had rescued all but eight, and later when the parents came out to say they didn't see their children, they recanted on that. And then there was denial that there was no abduction that was taken. Up to today, there are still some people who believe that Chibok's abduction never happened. Some will do everything to defend that. They would not want to hold government responsible for that. They look for all manner of things to make it that, oh, that never happened, because of the administration bias that they had. That's what I call it. Because the person who was in government that time, or the people in government, or the party in government, was their own, or they liked it, or they defended it, and so they were ready to go to all length. Now we are having, again, over the weekend, we're hearing that over 177, or around 177 worshippers were abducted from various churches as they went on their Sunday service. And guess what? The same thing again with Nigeria. The first thing that came out was that there was denial, until, of course, the families of this abductees were coming out to say that, hey, these are the names of the 177 people that were taken away. Parallel Fact has this. It says police government deniers before confirming abduction of over 160 Christians in Kaduna expose political games, highlights lack of accountability, says someone called Sean Nelson. Sean Nelson, an international human rights advocate, has condemned the initial denial by the Nigerian police force and Kaduna state government regarding the abduction of over 160, Christians during attack on churches in Kurimin Kajuru local government area of Kaduna state on Sunday. Kajuru is where you have that castle that people would usually come and visit. And some years ago, there was a terrorist attack there where some people were killed, including a couple. That one was a Nigerian and the woman was British. In a post on X, Nelson said, obviously, there should be accountability for officials who denied the attack and accuse others of spreading such false information. And, in sane countries, that is what you would expect, that there would be accountability, that these people will pay for this. Because for you to come out and negate such a serious and heinous crime and try to make it that nothing happened just because you don't want to take responsibility, that is a cardinal sin against humanity, and it shouldn't be allowed to stay on. And we've seen this repeatedly. This is what the military always does. This is what the government, Nigerian government, always does. Rather than follow the insecurity and tackle it and take it on head on, they would rather spend so much time, denigrating the people who are bringing out the messages. They will put everything to attack those people, leaving the main terrorists and criminals where they are. It's outrageous to accuse victimized communities of lying rather than actually dealing with the problems and arresting kidnappers and terrorists. There was a time the other time when there was accusation that, oh, they are the people who say that their people are being killed. It's all a lie. They are burying empty caskets. To the extent the people now had to start opening their caskets so that we will see, which they said is against their culture, but because of this accusation, they have to open. Where has our humanity gone to? Where has our empathy gone to? Why are people so heartless, for them to continue to do these things and be okay with it? The police confirmed the mass abduction after verification by operational units and intelligence sources. Police spokesperson Benjamin Hundeyi explained that early confusion arose due to conflicting reports from the affected community, which contributed to the initial caution in issuing public statements. And that tells you everything. On a major issue like this that has happened, police is nowhere to be able to be found, nowhere to be found to gather accurate information that will be passed out there. And the first thing that they usually would do is that defense, denial, try to make the people who are speaking as if they are the perpetrators, or they are the ones who are trying to destroy the country. Meanwhile, the action of the terrorists, it never seemed to anger or annoy the security agencies as much as it should. It seems their efforts are always placed on our fellow citizens. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has directed the full deployment of tactical and intelligence assets to Kajuru and surrounding areas to locate and rescue the victims. Nelson also praised civil society organizations who helped verify the facts on ground. He wrote, "Extremely grateful for the on-ground civil society who got the facts out. God help those abducted," emphasizing the critical role of independent actors in ensuring accurate reporting in conflict-affected areas. The confirmation of the abduction has reignited calls for accountability and improved security measures in Kaduna State. Nelson warned that repeated official denials risk undermining public trust and questioned how many past attacks may have gone unreported, urging authorities to focus on arresting kidnappers and terrorists rather than accusing victimized communities of lying. Omoyele Sowore also, took his time also to criticize the way that the IG of police, handled this whole abduction in the way that they went about it. Human rights activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore has criticized Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun, raising concerns about police leadership in the handling of reported security incidents. Sowore made the comment in a post on X where he questioned the continued tenure of the police chief and referred what he described as declining morale within the force. His comments followed the police reversal on the Kaduna church abduction after initially denying the attacks. Just to quickly touch on the issue of morale of police, it's really sad the way institutions are being debased, institutions are being demoralized, and in the way and manner in which the police had, Tinubu has gone on to entrench Egbetokun in as the IG of police when his time to retire has actually occurred. And even people that came in that are junior to him have been forced to retire while he's still here on seat. This is the kind of thing that brings in anger, that brings resentment, and you end up not having the best of the people who are doing who are working in that area. When will this retired, tired, incompetent, corrupt, and illegal Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun finally be shown the way out of the police headquarters? This is the question that Mr. Sowore asked. He also commented on the state of officers' morale, saying morale within the force has collapsed under his watch. He has reduced institution to a trivialized caricature, trivializing Nigeria police force and running it completely aground. Sowore further linked his concerns to public confidence and the professional conduct of officers, stating the damage is evident not only in the growing loss of public trust, but also in the deep frustration of officers who see the little professionalism left replaced by decay, illegality, and impunity at the very top. Thank you so much for watching.